Class 8 Biology, Chapter 4. Good morning, students. Students, in our last meeting, I told you regarding the secondary sexual characters which are found in males and females. Now, today's topic is importance of personal hygiene and the problems related to adolescence. And further more topics are there. So, students, you see, the personal hygiene is very important during adolescence. The following points should be kept in mind. So I already told you that during our adolescence stage, we are going through a phase of the life where we can face a lot of stress. We find very difficult to get accommodated to the present situation. So during puberty, sweat glands in groin, armpits and feet become more active and produce more sweat, and the body becomes smelly. Bacteria feed on sweat in other parts of the body, which can lead to body odor. Hence it is necessary to take a bath daily. Wear clean clothes every day, especially socks and undergarments, and avoid anything tight fitting. Try to wear clothes made from cotton as they allow the body to breathe more easily, thereby reducing body odor. So what they are saying that during this time your sweat glands, since you are a growing kid, your sweat glands, number of sweat glands, they are increasing, and if you don't take care of your body, what will happen? It will be smelly, bacteria can grow over there, and furthermore infection can occur. Then some more changes are there, like sweat glands and oil secretions on the scalp can make the hair look lank and greasy. Wash your hair frequently with a gentle shampoo, especially formulated for greasy hair. Changes in hormonal levels can increase oil production and cause greasy skin, blocked pores, pimples and acne. Keep your skin clean and healthy by washing gently twice a day. Then girls must take a special care about their hygiene during the menstrual cycle. And I told you in my last meeting, I told you what is this menstrual cycle. To avoid genital infections, they must use sanitary napkins and learn about their proper disposal. Then let us see what are the problems related to adolescence. Some of the problems I already discussed. So one of the problem is menstrual cycle in girls may become irregular. So students, I told you that menstrual cycle, it is a reproductive cycle which occurs every month. On a rough scale, I'm saying every month, but sometimes the number of days, it can have more than 35 days, 40 days. So they may become irregular in some girls. Then some adolescents become too conscious about the growth and development of their body. They start feeling shy and are hesitant to discuss their problems with others. So maybe if someone, his or her height is not growing, okay, his body stature, it is not growing, then they become very conscious. Then frequent mood swings are also witnessed among many adolescents. In some cases, pimples and acne keep appearing due to secretion of sweat and oil glands. Some adolescents start imitating their fellow peers. Okay, so these are the issues which generally every child or most of the child face during their adolescent stage. Adolescents are highly curious and may get into the bad habits of smoking, drinking or taking drugs due to peer pressure. And this is one of the very important point, that sometimes under the lack of proper guidance, some kids, they turn to the bad habits of smoking and drinking. Then here are certain tips regarding the stress management in adolescence. So what the teen people can do, they can exercise regularly and do not skip meals, eat a healthy, well balanced and nutritious diet. So these are the items which they can include in their food. Then one can relax and unwind by going for a walk, reading a book, having a bath or listening music. Get adequate sleep as it is important for a fresh mind and healthy. Then we should avoid this excess caffeine intake. Okay, quitting caffeine can increase feeling of anxiety and agitation. Substitute caffeinated and alcoholic drinks with water, herbal teas, or diluted natural fruit juices, and aim to keep oneself hydrated. This enables the body to cope better with stress. So that is coffee or tea sometimes we are taking, so we should avoid the excess of intake of these items. Then avoid illegal drugs, alcohols, and tobacco, that you already know. Build a network of friends. This can help to cope up in a positive way. So basically, by making friends, you can discuss the problems you are facing with them, so your stress level can go down. If a teen talks about or shows signs of being overly stressed, a consultation with a child and adolescent psychiatrist or qualified mental health professional may be helpful. Now let us move to another system of our body, that is called circulatory system. And you have the idea regarding the circulatory system, that it involves the heart, blood vessels, and blood. So students, that blood keeps flowing inside the blood vessels on account of heart's function, that is to pump the blood. You also know that blood carries nutrients to different body cells. It also carries waste product from the different body cells to kidneys and lungs. Then our blood is also having a supply of antibodies which kills germs. Now let us see the heart. So heart is a remarkable pumping organ. It pumps blood throughout the life of an individual, and it is a muscular organ located in the middle of the chest, behind the breastbone and between the lungs. It is slightly tilted towards the left like this. You can see a tiltation is there. The adult human heart is about the size of clenched fist, that is about 12 cm in length and 9 cm in breadth, and weighs about 300 grams. And then students, there is a double walled protective layer around the heart, that is called pericardium. And since it is a double membrane structure, so there is a fluid here. Okay, so there is a fluid. The double membrane of pericardium consists of a fluid called the pericardial fluid. Okay, and let us see the function. The pericardial protect the heart and lubricates its movement. Okay, the human heart is made up of cardiac muscles. It is divided into 4 chambers. So these are the 4 chambers. So this is the diagram of your heart, and if I draw a wall over there, so it will be one side will be a left one and one side will be a right one. Okay, and if I draw this horizontal line like this, so you can see now like this, you can see like this. So it will divide the heart into upper chamber and lower chamber. Okay, upper half and lower half, you can now see. So generally the upper chambers are called the auricle and the lower chambers are called the ventricle. Okay, so if I talk about this chamber, so this is your auricle. Which auricle? Left auricle. Okay, now how come this side can be your left? Because if this heart, you consider it to be the heart of a person who is facing you. Okay, so in that sense it is the left side of that person, this region. Okay, so and hence it will be called left ventricle. This is your right ventricle and this is your right auricle. This line is called the septum. Okay, and these openings are called the valves. These openings are called the valves. Okay, so whenever the blood is flowing from auricle to ventricle, from this auricle to this ventricle, the valves they get opened. Okay, and whenever the ventricle it is getting contracted or pressed up, then these valves they get closed so that the blood cannot flow in the reverse direction. Okay, so on the right hand side it is called the tricuspid valve, on the left hand side it is called the bicuspid valve. Okay, So here the valves, they are making sure that the blood flows in the single direction, that is from auricles to ventricles only. Now let us see what is a pacemaker. A pacemaker is a small device that is placed in the chest or abdomen of a patient to help control abnormal heart rhythms. This device uses low energy electrical pulses to prompt the heart to beat at a normal rate. So pacemakers are used to treat arrhythmias, a condition in which the rate or rhythm of the heartbeat is altered. Okay, so basically it is a device. So it is used in those people's case whose heart is not beating at a normal rate. So this is all for today, students. Goodbye.